All right, so it's been a while since I've posted anything. Sorry about that. Life has been pretty hectic. With doing lawn care, one of the big reasons that I really like it is being outside. And so this may be a surprise, but I actually have a life outside of work. So some hobbies I like are things outside, right? I like being out in the sun. And growing up, my dad always had a garden, and we'd be out there like pulling weeds and like whatever, digging potatoes with pitchforks. It was great. So now that I'm an adult and have just way too much free time on my hands and have nothing better to do, I thought I would start a garden. So last year I started one. This year my husband and I wanted to do one, and we have this huge garden, and he was using his parents' tiller, which got the job done, but I was like, it's gonna be a big garden. We should like look into different tillers. And so Earthquake, I have worked with their products before. I had this power auger. We planted a bunch of arborvitaes. It was awesome because the conditions were horrible. It was like super shaly. I don't know if that's a word, but there's a lot of shale. And then it was like on the side of a cliff, and it was getting the job done. And so I was checking out their tillers. And this one I felt like made a lot of sense. This is the largest one that they have. It's 127 cc's. I never really understood what that meant, but I think it's like 3.5 horsepower. I kind of understand that lingo a little bit better. It has your usual, like you have your drive. So obviously if you're just driving from your shed to your garden, you can do that. It has your neutral. So if you're in your shed and you kind of want to, finagle it around to put it in storage, you can do that. The cool thing about this one is it has the tines go either clockwise or counterclockwise. And so if you want to like start a new garden and do some serious tilling, I'm gonna get this probably backwards now. I think it is the clockwise one or the counterclockwise. And then if you just want to smooth things out, you go the other way. The other cool thing about this one is normally like, we'll demonstrate it then, but when you're driving, rather than like having to change and put it in reverse, there's this little lever right here. And so you can just be driving, then go, okay, I just want to back up, start my new row, and you just pull that lever and you're going backwards. The tires are the airless kind, so they don't go flat. I feel like, I don't know what it is. I'm always finding nails and screws and always having to patch tires. It's so exhausting. So anytime it's the flat free tire, I'm like, sign me up. So we're gonna be doing some tilling today. Give this thing a run and see how it does. I was tilling a little bit yesterday and it was crazy muddy out because it just keeps raining here in Pennsylvania. But we'll see how it does. The rear tine I think is very nice because in my experience, the front tine ones, it really throws you around and it's exhausting. You like really have to manhandle it. When I was riding this one yesterday, it was just like doing its thing and I was just kind of chugging along. No choke. All right. Yeah, all right, so we're gonna go over here. Oh yeah, tilling dirt. I mean, it's just like butter. All right, I think if we do our little reverse, just back up a little bit, and then forward, just get her spun around here. Yeah, that reverse lever is pretty legit. I gotta learn how to maneuver this thing, but we're back in business. I'm just loving this reverse thing. I messed up. I'm a little clumsy. I've only ran this thing for like 10 minutes, so we're figuring it out. Oh no. There we go. I just feel like I don't really even have to do anything. I kind kind of moved around a little bit, but like it's not shaking at all. There's like no recoil. It's just doing its thing. I'm just out here working the land, feeling like a total farmer. Not all farmer, but sometimes I want to be. Not really, they work way too hard. I'm not cut out for it. It's been like 3 minutes. We've already gotten multiple rows done. This wasn't too bad. It's not like fresh grass, but it was just flying through. The rear tine thing is awesome. It is super smooth. Like I was not exerting like any effort whatsoever. That reverse beam right there is freaking awesome. That is totally the bee's knees. So I'm gonna keep rototilling, but I'm jazzed about it. I like it.